This week's topic on Find Your Coach is sustainability.
I feel, yes, I'm very lucky to be here. This planet doesn't deserve uncaring people, it deserves very caring people. There's only one species that pollutes, completely takes away all the resources that's available on this planet. So, why don't we look up? There are a million other species. We are also destroying that. So the ecosystem needs a good balance. ನಾನೊಬ್ಬಳು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನು ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ?
ನಾನೊಬ್ಬಳು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ.
I'm not saying that's wrong, but I don't have time is not an excuse. It's Mother
Amazing.
Earth. She gives you everything that you need: air, water, soil to grow your food. And what are we giving in return? Not even care. You should feel proud of every little step that you take. I believe that judgment should be completely out. Because when I judge people, I'm only telling I'm right, you're wrong. A lot of people write to me, I'm your Ekalavya.
Wow.
ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ. ಎಳ್ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಲೀಜಿದೆ, ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಹೀಗೆ ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾನ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾನೆ, ಕುಡಿತೀರಾ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಎಳ್ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು. ಅವರ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. Every home is the smallest. If you add them all to the municipality, it becomes so large. Bangalore generates 5,000 to 6,000 tons per day. That simple fund ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ನಾನು ಬಿಡಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
It's like my treasure.
Yeah, my treasure. ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹುಳ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದೋ ಎರಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಳ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
Because pesticides ಹಾಕ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು.
Yeah, exactly.
Automatically
You're not
ಬಂದೇ
killing the
ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
life.
Exactly.
And when we started as a pilot, CSA is a community supported agriculture, where farmers who are growing in naturally growing food without any chemicals, no pesticides, the local government and also the citizens should participate. So it should work both ways, and then magic happens.
True,
HSR
right.
is a huge example of magic happening.
Because there are amazing leaders like Shanti Tumula and the team. It's amazing.
The Citizens Forum.
Citizens Forum.
HSR.
So you have been kind of spearheading a lot of community projects. Do you think bringing in industries will like help that initiatives to grow bigger?
So basically, I haven't done much about spearheading, communities. I look at individuals' transformation. My whole, I think I naturally want to do that, where I'm not on the ground, going. Of course, we do a lot of workshops on ground, but as a team, we are Solid Waste Management Roundtable is a team where each of us have skill sets, and whichever is most comfortable and where we can thrive, we take up that and we go ahead. So there are different people in policy, in training, in skilling programs, in taking up community awareness. We have online sessions for corporates. So a lot of things are happening, and there are different people doing different things in my team. So yeah, that way, of course, industries will be, their support is very important, and if they take up in there and stand as an example of an industry which is sustainable, which is looking at packaging, changing their, so that that has to come everywhere. There should be contribution. The only goal is that there is the earth's resources, we should not deplete it, and secondly, there's things that can pollute the environment, the earth. So both, if we are mindful in any organization, any industry, these two can fit. And if this awareness is there, then everything can sort. The whole thing, we can tweak the system in such a way that you achieve both. You're conserving resources and you're not polluting.
I mean, irrespective of they have their sustainable goals or not, it still works, right?
Yeah.
So the UN's sustainable goals or coming into national or the local policies, everywhere the laws are kind of moving towards more of sustainability. So in what way do you think the health and economic sectors can contribute to it for us to have a better sustainable world, which matches with all the sustainable goals?
Well, I frankly, I don't even want to align with what a country should do or what different countries should contribute, because that's completely out of my. So for me, when I focus on how as an individual as my practices are and how I can amplify that is what my immediate thing is. So for me, if you ask me what are the sustainable goals, I'll say I don't know. what the goals have they have been put. I would have read about them, but ultimately the individual should change, the society should change.
Yes.
And so, yeah, they don't really mean anything when it comes to, you can't say there are sustainable goals and we have to take action.
It's the other way around.
It's, for me, it's the other way around. There is this happening next to your home. There is garbage next to your home. Why does it come? There is a village next to your city. Why are we troubling the villages by going and dumping?
Correct.
You know, these are immediate things which make me excited, that how can we get people to understand this and what we can. So whatever sustainable, let people who understand all that go ahead. I am blissfully
Like
unaware
I
of
can
it.
stretch.
Unaware of it, as what are the 10, 20 goals they have. I must have read it once and it really doesn't register in me. So it's okay. There are a lot of people who are working in that and getting more governments to. Fantastic, because every sector and every government, local government, the country's government, they all should take up, because they have to have some goals for the future and how they can, as a country, make contributions to a better climate, because climate change is happening and everybody has to contribute. So today, recently they said India is the biggest polluter, plastic polluter. And we got that tag, that it is like, are we generating so much plastic? Or people are also dumping here, you know? We don't know. A lot of countries would they will generate, use the plastic, but when it comes to disposing, they will get it to some underdeveloped country or, you know, developing countries, which will be willing to take because they have a robust recycling industry. So they come in. So you really, all these statistics don't mean anything to me. I won't even wrap my head around them. I'm blissfully unaware of all that and happily unaware of all that.
And I think you will stretch until wherever you can stretch and you're making that impact. And that's also, all is important.
Yeah, I don't want to go beyond what I can comprehend. So for me, simplicity is the easiest to comprehend, and I keep it basic and as simple as I can.
And when it comes to your community, what is the biggest change that you think you have made? If that is the basic of our world.
What I have contributed?
Yeah. In what way do you feel?
I feel positivity. Because I'm never negative. I go to a function and they will be very apologetic that they have bottled water they couldn't make. I said, did I complain? I'm happily enjoying the wedding, because for me, I will not let that disturb me, because I will never ever want to feel I have to give up because it's not going to work, because that's not the way I see the whole thing. For me, it is enthusiasm. It is about my practice. It is about how I can sustain it. You know, in the worst of conditions, I should sustain it. And even if I can't, I shouldn't beat myself up. So it's more easy on myself, and I'm easy on my planet. So it is double way. I say I have, unless I'm easy on myself, I can't be easy on the planet. So
you look really calm, content with life, so sorted, zero stress. Like, is this your personality, or is it coming from the wisdom of the age and experience or the work you have been doing?
I think I've evolved to be this. I'm working. See, I have been a homemaker, never left home, never did anything outside home. It was mane, matha, maklo, atte, mava. This is what my world was. But I think at 45 years, now I'm 63, 45 years, my friend said, let's come, we'll go for this meeting, RWA meeting. So I saw a lot of people contributing, ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಮನೇಲಿ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ದೇವ. So I think that gave me a little, okay, try ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾವು ಅಂತ. So very hesitantly I came out. But what I discovered was like opened up a new world to me. See, one small window you open and you see a huge world. Till then you don't even see that window. ಅದು ಕಾಣೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ವಿಂಡೋ. ಅದು ಓಪನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಪಂಚನೇ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. If you see the social media, it's a different world altogether. Such a huge world, and I'm out there. So it is, for me, for a person like me, could have transformed, found not just wisdom, found how I can keep myself happy, understood my own strengths. I discovered a lot of things after I connected to something that is very meaningful, and that's become a mission that I can't stop talking. ನೀವು ಕರೆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಸಾಕಮ್ಮ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ then I will stop, because that's how I've become. There's a compulsion within me to keep this conversation going, keep amplifying something that is so important for this planet.
Your talk comes like so pure. You're not trying to have a mask, not trying to curate your words. It's like what is there inside is just coming out. It's as true and as transparent as it could be. And it's such a refreshing aspect to just see that.
So nice of you. Thank you so
And
much for saying that.
because I think that's why people are also able to connect with you who you have never met, and
Yeah.
that inspiration is coming through you, through your actions. So that transparency is really admirable, and you are not shying away from saying, I have lived a certain life and this life has changed me, and you're being all out in this phase of your life. That's truly admirable. Thank you for being this amazing person you're becoming.
Thank you. I'm living the best part of my life now. It is now that matters, not the past, not the
Amazing,
future.
amazing. Coming back to the sustainable practices, what gives you the most joy in the practices, in the hundreds of practices that you do?
Composting. There's no anything else that comes in front of it, because that's the biggest daily action. Because every day you take that action. So you refusing a bottled water could be once when you go out and
Correct.
all that. But you can always carry your own bottle and refuse it. But when you compost, you are telling everything that I generate in my house is my responsibility. ಅದು ನಂದು, ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಸೊ ನಾನೇ ಅದನ್ನ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಡೂ ದಟ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ದಟ್ 60% of your waste, segregating your waste, making sure your plastics and other things get diverted, make sure the plastics are clean so that the people in the waste, there's a sector which depends on that for recycling. ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಗಲೀಜೆಲ್ಲ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವಾಸನೆ ಇದ್ದು ಅದು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು one livelihood opportunity that you are enhancing. Then you separate, there's one waste called reject waste, which is like you can't do anything, BBMP has to manage it. That's the only thing, that's 5% can go to BBMP, 30% can go for recycling. Another 60% ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಆಚೆ ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಲಿತು ಅದು ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನನ್ನ ಮನೇಲಿ ಜಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮನೇಲಿ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡೋದು, ಗಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ, ಇಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಸೊ ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್, ಅದು ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಲಿ ಆಕ್ಷನ್, ದಟ್ good resource is not getting lost. It's organic matter. It is important for soil. So ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ you're hitting getting two benefits. One, it's not getting lost. Second, you're enriching the soil to grow your
dumping
food.
it somewhere.
Yeah. So it pollutes. When you dump, it gets polluted. So that's the best action. So for me, any day composting will
be your number
one and it will nothing can replace that action.
ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಬಾನಿಸಿ ಅಂದ ಹಾಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹಾಗೆ ಅದು ಹಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ you can either send it to landfill and screw the land, or you kind of like enrich it and use it for your own production. So
and also choices. See, ನಾನು ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ್ದೆ. All my life I have never grown any plant. ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸತ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಥಂಬ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಥಂಬ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅದು ಐ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಥಂಬ್. ಸೊ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಳೆದ ಮೇಲೆನೆ ಐ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದಟ್ what my choices are about the food I eat, and I feed my family. So then I started finding out. People say, oh, organic food tumba expensive. I said, I won't buy from brands. Organic brands ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. I will go find a farmer who still has his grandfather's practices, where ಅವನು ಹೀಗೇನೆ ಹಸು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಜೀವಾಮೃತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದು ಹಾಕ್ತಾನೆ. So he has some, if he has some pests, he will do some, he'll spray something that is neem oil, ಹಾಕ್ತಾನೆ. So it's all good practices. So we'll find them. So I am in turn enriching his soil because I'm not allowing him to go back. I'm encouraging. See, he doesn't jump off into a
regular cycle.
Chemical fertilizers, pesticides and all. So choices about food I eat. So 99% of what I source is, I know where it comes from.
Wow.
I don't go to a supermarket. I don't buy anything from supermarket. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ವರ್ಷ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. Once in a while I may go, because there is something that I may need. But no processed food at home, cook fresh and eat. You try all the native varieties of rice, heirloom varieties of wheat. So you start moving into a different world altogether, which which I would have never discovered if I didn't do composting. So I have discovered a world of there is native rice, different kinds of rice all over India. ಎಷ್ಟು ರುಚಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಟ್ರೈ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಇದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ who is taking so much care to preserve that native variety. And he's growing in a land which is
and it's directly coming from the farmer. It's not going to the complete cycle of processing.
Supermarket you will only take is a brand you pick. Correct. You don't know the farmer. You don't know what is the culture of that growing that. So it takes you into a different direction, and it's so interesting, you know. You discover so many things that you would have never been aware of. When we get into this life where it just sucks you into this kind of, you know,
the vicious cycle is never ending, right?
Never ending. Somewhere you break it, you get so much sukoon, eshtu kaliyodide, and you're in touch with the
Mother Earth,
where you know what she avಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೆಲ್ದಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ. I wish not do anything to pollute her.
We are born on this planet and we are trying to kind of reconnect now. I mean, we have come so far that disconnection has kind of led to more harm than good.
Exactly.
Ivaga somebody who has completely been in a different space, ಅವರು ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, somebody who is starting now, in what way do you think they can start their initial steps, the basic steps?
Basic steps would be, yes, as I told you in the beginning, that they have to get awareness, because anything that you take...
No, in their actions.
Actions, okay. Probably start first segregating the waste, refusing more and more trash to be generated. So, adu mindful agiri. Every time you step out of the house, make sure that you will not accept a bottled water or tissue or a plastic carry bag. So, if you don't want to accept all that, you should carry it. So, adu one practice ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ first. Then by you would have reduced the amount of garbage anyway by refusing things that are single use. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಅದು ಬಿಸಾಕೋದು ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. We have to leave it. The second thing is ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ segregation is very important. ನಾವು ಡ್ರೈ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ವೆಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇರೆ, ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್, 3-way segregation ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Third thing is make sure that if you have dry waste collections and ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾವೇ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. If you give to the municipality, many people, one complaint people give, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೆಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಬೇಕಿರೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಾಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಡಂಪಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ ಹೂ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಶೋರ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡೈವರ್ಟ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಟ್ನೈಟ್, ಆಲ್ ದ ಡ್ರೈ ವೇಸ್ಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರೈ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೊಡೋಣ. So we'll give it so that it's clean, neat, it doesn't get mixed up and getting lost. We shouldn't lose. And the last thing is start looking at composting, because that is like the largest part of waste management at home, and do it slow and steady. So ಕಲಿಯೋದು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, it's natural world ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿಡದಿಂದ ಏನೋ ಬೀಳತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಆ ಗಿಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ ದ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಬೆಳೆದು ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಬ್ಯಾಲ್ಕನಿ ಇದ್ರೇನು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸೊಪ್ಪು ಹಾಕಿ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಲರ್ನ್ ದಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ put into this activity, composting. They'll see all the bugs, and this is how natural world is. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಕಂಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಳ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾನು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೈಡರ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು, ಈ ನೊಣ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ರಿಸಾರ್ಟ್ ದೇರ್, ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸೇ ನಂಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಡ ಅದು ಬೇಡ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ ಬಂತು ಇದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಅದೇ ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಇಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹುಳ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ something that is natural. So that
is how we became distant to Mother Earth, right?
Exactly. ಈಗ ಮಣ್ಣು ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೇ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಏನು ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಗಟ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್. So the very good bacteria is in soil, not today,
Hmm.
but I'm saying when it's a natural world, it is very good. So it won't harm them. So today sanitized, everybody will
Everything
have,
is-
mothers will have one small sanitizer hanging on their bags. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ತಿನ್ನೋಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೈ ತೊಳಿ. ಆ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೈಸರ್ ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್,
Correct.
ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಹಾಕೋದು. So why, if you won't fall sick just because you've touched. I'm not saying go touch the soil and put your hand in your mouth, no, but the thing is we over sanitize, so we are not creating an environment in our building, in our
System. Hmm.
system to resist things.
Hmm.
So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, why they give you vaccines? They introduce that particular bacteria into your body so that your body will build resistance to that, so that you won't get that disease throughout your life.
Hmm.
Vaccine ಕೊಡೋದೇ ಅದು. So little bit of introduction of some bacteria or
Is
something in the ecosystem going into your body should actually benefit you, not harm you. But ನಮ್ದು ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೈಸ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕ್ಲೀನ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಎಲೆ ಬಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕಸ, ಎಲೆನ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್, ಅದು ಡಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಬರ್ನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ twisted ourselves to do things that are not beneficial to us. So more and more diseases you'll be prone to, more and more problems ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು.
That's true. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಓದದೇ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್, ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್, but sometimes it's very difficult to explain it to them than somebody who is an illiterate, who is doing some farming, who has more connection to Mother Earth. So what are your challenges? I mean, you don't force anybody, but what are the challenges in the process while you're kind of trying to explain it to somebody who is seeming like educated and logical?
I mean, I don't think I even react to many things, because I've gone beyond that. It's not, if I have very little knowledge, then I will be reacting. Now I feel I have understood something very basic. So it is because the lack of knowledge that they'll say, why are you touching compost in hand? Gloves hakkobeku. Said farmer, if he is tilling the land, then you'll tell he has to wear gloves. Gloves hakkonde avaru idu hakbeku. He does farming, he won't wear gloves. He does it with his bare hands. Shirt ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಒಂದು ತಲೆ ಕಟ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೆವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು it takes care and he'll do. So why I should be afraid to touch? But I have no problem. The other person is having problem because he doesn't understand. So there is challenge andre, it is a reaction. Challenge becomes a challenge when you're stuck with what to say. Most of the times I don't even respond to people if they have something nasty to tell me or something they don't agree with.
Do you actually get anything like that?
It's not that it won't, but I try to ignore. Sometimes I try to explain. I say, why am I explaining myself? So I tell myself there is no need to explain yourself. I have realized that it's like justifying. Why should I justify? I have understood something and I enjoy doing it, and I know I am doing it for the better of the planet and the ecosystem and for the humanity and for myself, my family. So when I know all that, why am I wasting my energy reacting to someone? So this is something I tell everybody also. So don't react, because social media is there for people to say whatever they want. Probably they are not aware of many things, so they will say. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? So we should not react. And yeah, for me, right from the beginning, I told myself that I will not waste my time thinking it is challenge. Challenge is actually good because it helps you learn more. So if suppose I failed terribly when I did first time composting. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸಲ ನಾನು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ವಾಸನೆ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇತ್ತು. It was such a dirty, messy thing. But I would not give up because I went and visited the landfill. ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ನಾನು.
ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು I have sworn to it that I will not contribute to that mess. ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು I have to learn. No. So when I failed, it was not a challenge for me. It was, how do I get it right? What do I learn from this? So failures are good. I tell people it's okay to fail. Don't let failure stop you. In generally, life ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಗೆ. ಮಗು ಬಿತ್ತು, you go and pick it up, cannot learn how to pick itself up. Right? So we should always make sure that we learn something from failures. that is a very important lesson for us. Never give up. Then many people wouldn't have learned many things.
True.
Because you don't get success immediately. You have to try again. We always hear that story of that ants, no? They keep climbing, ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೇನು try, he has to reach there. So it is that effort that you put, and if it is challenging, that means there is more to learn there, and it eases somewhere, it eases you into understanding, and then
And
sky is the
that's the
limit.
way of life, isn't it?
Yeah. Every practice has some meaning in other parts of your life. I'm only talking in the realm of waste management, composting, but it applies everywhere.
Yes.
It's a universal truth that you can take it across every part of your living.
Wow. I mean, this in itself feels like a life lesson
It's
class.
like a philosophy, that just comes out of things that you start understanding.
Yeah.
There is something basic you have to understand about everything.
I think
You
that's
don't have to
mother.
be having some high funder education in it.
Yeah.
You don't even, people ask me, oh, you have agricultural, degree?
Degrees.
I say, no, I don't have. But I understand that soil has to be rich with lot of microbes.
I know the basics of it.
Yeah.
That's what is the beauty of Mother Earth.
No,
that it
more
grounds
than no,
us.
I understand. And then it's very organic, the way you react to people, the way you start living your life. So it has to come naturally. It shouldn't be an effort at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how that actually translates into our life, right?
Yeah.
Being effortless in everything we do. Amazing. On the same note, can you please share few of the notable experiences that kind of made you feel like, yes, I have gained this, I have seen this success?
Yeah. It's very endearing because when you are when you have a social media presence, and when you haven't even met people who adore you, who love you, who start practices and say thank you so much for doing this to
Showing
me.
this.
It just it makes me feel, thank you God for giving. That gratitude overwhelms me. And there are times when I meet these people who are absolutely not there
Unknowns.
anywhere in my radar, and then the things that they say, like I had met one person that her husband said, my wife wants to talk to you. I said, yeah, because I was in an event where we were all doing some workshop and all that. She came up and she said, ma'am, I was in severe depression, and my husband said, why don't you start doing things, you follow her, and why don't you do composting? He has suggested something. So she started following me, and she said everything started changing for me. I started composting, ma'am. She gifted me the compost that she made. I had tears in my eye because it moved me so much that she connected. It's not me. She connected to nature, and that cured her, or that helped her deal with what she's going through. So you see how powerful that is.
Yeah.
How powerful the energy and the positivity that natural world gives you, just the soil or whatever, it could change your life.
Yeah.
So like this, many instances where people come up to me and are so grateful, that they found something like this in their lives, and I'm just a medium. They connected, they reconnected, where there was a huge disconnect. So it solves a lot of today's problems.
No, it's such a heartfelt gesture, right? Just that you saved somebody's life in a way where you have never met the person, but it's so heartwarming to even hear that experience. Wow.
So, I mean, she saved herself, but
the medium,
there was a trigger that helped her, and that was composting.
That's the beauty of our nature. Wow, I feel like it's amazing. It's amazing to hear. How is your typical day look like?
As ordinary as I can say. I go for a walk in the morning. Then, so I have decided, as I'm growing older, I've decided to slow down, try to be as stress-free as possible, and be mindful in every activity that I do. So probably I'll go and, look at my garden. If I can pick up something to cook for the day, and then, I cut fruits. It's just me and my husband because kids have moved out, and I cut fruits. Then I cook slowly. then I'll check if I can, put something up as a reel. So I'll little editing, and I'll shoot my. So when they say, content creator, they call me content creator. I say no, I live that content. So as I'm doing things, I just take. Suppose I want to do some cooking, probably I'll take a video of that. I brought vegetables from my terrace, so I'm putting that in my cooking, and that makes me happy, and because it's grown by me. So things like that, and I have an exercise plan which I do in the afternoon, just to keep my muscles and my balance and all. So it's a part of now. As I grow old, that should become a daily practice.
You're
And
growing, you're
yeah,
not aging.
so yeah, and then it's just me and my husband. We do a few things like watch some news or a serial or something like that in the evening, and yeah, sometimes we go out, meet friends, and I may have a workshop, online workshop for corporate workshops we do. So that could be one of the days. So kids come home sometimes. My elder son and daughter-in-law come home, so spend some time with them. So otherwise, it's like chilled out. I go to my terrace. There's a hammock. I lie down there. So it's like a very relaxed, lazy life that I lead, and that makes me happy, because one thing I don't want at my old age, I've decided, is take stress off, because you can easily get stressed by reacting to everything around. So trying to be more mindful. I really want to bring in meditation and other things. It hasn't come yet, so I don't stress about that also. Bandre baratte. So when I have to do meditation, I'll do. But this itself is meditative. When I'm cutting my vegetables also, I'm cutting it very meditative. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಡ ಅದೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ತುರಿಯುವಾಗಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಟಿವ್, ಸ್ಲೋ, ನೋ ಹರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು.
No, but how many are actually living such peaceful life? It looks like a dream for me.
It's a conscious effort. It's not like I could be stressed if I am doing more things.
Yes.
That's why now I don't even do in-person workshops and all that. So I've said enough. I've done for so many years. There are young generation that can take it over. This is time when I start going inside within. So I need to repair a lot of things within, slow down.
And whatever you have done is doing its job. So
Yeah, it is not I have done. There is a huge team. We are all together trying to make that change that we want to see. And yeah, colleagues make me so happy. We work together, and so yeah, it feels so good. Each of them contributing. Like Vasuki is like a colleague of mine. He does so much, running around everywhere, training these youngsters, to take on. So relentless he's doing that. I'll say, oh my God, I mean, you take care of yourself. You're on the ground all the time. So yeah.
what is the vision or the picture that you see for our current world? That what is that you want to kind of have?
Oh, I mean, I will look at like every house's, being very mindful, and every citizen of this planet is like a little better than what at least understood that I can change my lifestyle, not resisting the change that that's happening. It'll happen. I think anything that is very positive will start. It'll take time, because negative forces can engulf the world, but positive forces it takes time, but it is more firm, and there will be good practices that will be taken by people. They will see a change in their own lives, and yeah, I mean, I dream like that, and it will happen. It will happen, but it takes time. That's what we say. Navella kasdalli, we dived, and inna mulgidvi, inna surface agilla. You can say it is not easy, to see that huge change, because it is a habit. It is like you need mindset change, you need a behavioral change that has to come across. So we have lived one way all these years, where we didn't care. We did things to make ourselves happy, and the more and more affordability happened, more and more people were wasting. And I'm not saying spending is like wasting. If you have also, you keep buying, and it is just just to feel good about yourself. So there's something that is not feeling good, so you try to buy things and make yourself happy. So for all that to change, that behavioral change has to come, and it will come. I mean, uh, things will happen, bad things will happen, like, you see climate change is bringing destruction. People have to realize it is like throwing up, because it's not able to sustain the kind of uh, things that we do. I mean, only we as human beings do it. So it's time to change. I will always be hopeful. I'll never ever feel that, oh, agalla udara agode illa ivrella hige. I'll never feel, because if I don't keep that hope, I will not be myself, because negativity will come into me and I will not be the person is enjoying my life today. Now when I am the happiest, I feel the most energetic, I feel the most productive, I won't be that. So I don't let negativity come. I will only say it's slow, it takes time, give it time. So it's more patience. And yeah, there's a big hope, especially when I see youngsters who are doing such amazing job. I take few examples. There is Sonika in Mumbai. She has a young child, Abir. That boy talks about composting like he can hold a workshop. Like, I want him to do a workshop to me. He talks so beautifully about composting. So when I see youngsters like Ashwin in Bangalore, who is like, techie, he takes time off to come and help people, teach, volunteers, goes to, helps in getting green temples happening. When I see all these youngsters, I feel this huge hope that fills me up, that, you don't have to feel that, oh, where is it heading? There's a next generation ready to take it up, and, the baton is passed, and it's a fantastic space to make yourself charged, constantly, because you see all this happening. There are so many people like that. I'm just taking two examples, but it just doesn't come off immediately.
Yeah.
But there's an amazing young crowd which is so focused on staying sustainable. Their kids' birthday parties are without balloons. All their gift wrappings are not, all these
Flimsy,
flames, all these shiny things. And wherever they travel all over the world. They make sure everywhere they have dabbas, where if there is any takeaway, which is they bring in their own dabbas, water bottles, and everything, napkins they carry. It is such an amazing thing to see, that it just feels like there is huge hope for things to change.
I love your hope. I admire your positivity. And honestly wish this energy just keeps spreading. And thank you so much for the vision and mission and the passion you have for towards your work. And your positivity is something which is really, really, really communicable, I feel. So thank you so much for being this energy. Thank you for spreading, and let this mission of yours just spread as organically as you always have been working.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And this 1 hour I have spent with you, I feel truly, truly grounded in myself as I listen to you. So
thank you, and thank you for inviting me and having this conversation. And it's always a pleasure to talk to people who have already evolved to be somebody, and also wanting to spread this across on their platforms. So that's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.